So my first real question is, there's many stories of people like that, of not having success in high school language classes, and even their teachers telling them very demotivating things, like there's many cases of this. Do you think in your case, there was a bit of that came back around when you did decide to learn the language, that you're like, oh, this experience in high school, and all of a sudden you're like, no, I want to show myself that I can learn a language. I'm not garbage, that.
Um, a little bit, except that it was never a case that I didn't believe in myself or thought I was bad at languages. In fact, I would say I actually thought I was pretty good at German considering the amount of work I did, which is true. This sounds really cocky, but I would have been top in the class. I would have totally topped that class if I'd even done like half the amount of work as them, because I have a really good ear. Like that came back in the music thing.
Wow.
In music university, I was like top of the class in listening exams, which is like listening exams in music college make German listening exams look like preschool, like in terms of the detail you have to hear. So yeah, I would have been quite good at German. So I never thought I was bad at languages. I just knew that I hadn't put in any effort. So yes, you're right. It was a little bit of that, but it was more to convince myself that I could devote myself to something. And so Swedish was almost like a clean slate in that I was kind of bitter about my own effort with German and was like, why didn't I take that opportunity more? I could have become quite good at German. And for that reason, I was like, no, I don't want to, maybe German later, but let's see if I can learn Swedish. And, I knew there was some similarity there, but, and then a few things just convinced me that Swedish was kind of cool anyway. Like the fact that there are no verb tenses or everyone has the same verb tense.
Wow.
I was like, this is just a better language than German anyway. So yeah.
Okay. One of the most interesting ways that I felt that I've learned like about Russian or how Russian works is just by listening to how my Russian students speak English to me, and then they'll reveal the language basically.
Yep.
And when it came time for me to use those same situations, it was just like it was just like boom. Even if I'd never really saw it before, it was just like, okay, like they'll say something like, when you will come to Moscow, you should, like they'll use this future tense.
Yep.
Have you
Yeah.
learned Swedish any way like that, or picked up on how they use the language, how they spoke English to you? Were you able to revert it back?